Welcome to Dolly Vision, guys. Make sure to hit that like button if you have not done so yet, and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's jump into this story. A man was found guilty this week of sexually assaulting and killing a young woman whose body was found in an embankment 45 years ago. The Alaska Department of Law announced Dec 19 that a jury convicted Donald McQuaid of first-degree murder in connection with the decades-old cold case death of 16-year-old Shelley Connolly. Investigators connected McQuaid to Connolly's death through new genetic genealogy techniques and ancestry databases. Alaska state troopers arrested McQuaid in September 2019 at his home in Gresham, Oregon. In early 1978, a passerby flagged down an Alaska state police trooper near Anchorage and said they found Connolly's body at an embankment. Detectives from the then Criminal Investigations Bureau, now called the Alaska Bureau of Investigation, took over the case. The medical examiner conducted an autopsy and determined Connolly had also been sexually assaulted. The investigation into Connolly's death, however, eventually went cold. In 1997, the Alaska Scientific Crime Detection Laboratory created a DNA profile of a man using evidence found at the scene, but he remained unidentified. 4 years later, the DNA profile was uploaded into the Combined DNA Indexing System, CODIS, but once again, there was no match. Then, in 2019, the DNA was sent to Parabon Nanolabs, and scientists there were able to link the evidence to McQuaid. The Alaska Department of Law said McQuaid was 21 years old and lived in Alaska at the time of the killing. Alaska Public Radio reports McQuaid will be sentenced in April. An 8-year-old boy died in the hospital this week after he was reportedly shot with an air rifle. According to a news release from the Cochise County Sheriff's Office, on Monday, December 20, shortly after 5 p.m., deputies responded to a report of a shooting in the 1000 block of Pottery Lane. Once there, deputies found an 8-year-old boy, identified by K-Gun TV as Bradley John, and learned he had been shot in the center of his chest cavity with a high-powered air rifle that shoots .22 caliber pellets. Officials performed emergency procedures at the scene, but eventually transported the boy to Benson Hospital for emergency care, where he later died at around 6 p.m. The victim's family told KOL TV the shooting was an accident. John allegedly rode on the back of a friend's quad in a target practice area. The family reportedly said the boy was told not to be in the location. The investigation is ongoing.
Definitely something special that I had never seen in my entire life.
But first, a St. David family spending Christmas mourning the loss of their 8-year-old son after a tragic shooting. Thanks for joining us for 13 News Live at 6. I'm Dan Maries.
And I'm Brooke Wagner. Tragedy has struck a Cochise County family days before Christmas. The sheriff's office says 8-year-old Bradley John Shockley was shot with a high-powered air rifle. 13 News reporter J.D. Wallace is live in Benson, where the boy was pronounced dead. J.D.
The boy's family calls it an accident, with kids being kids and riding a quad where they were told not to. But now they are mourning during a holiday that was eagerly awaited by the boy they lost.
I want to take more.
I know.
These pictures help Ella Schofield tell the story of her 8-year-old son, Bradley John Shockley, who loved his little brother, spaghetti, and reading, and who already had an idea what he was getting for Christmas.
She kept going over and looking at his presents. He's not allowed to touch them, because if he shakes them, he can guess what they are. He's so smart. So we'd sit there and look at him and try to guess what they were. We got him a big box of books, because he liked to read, and he knew exactly what that present was without even having to touch it.
She and her husband, Ricky Schofield, who they consider a father to the boy, struggled with the sudden loss of Bradley John.
It was a complete accident, and he tragically got shot.
The Cochise County Sheriff's Office says he was shot with a .22 caliber pellet fired from a high-powered air rifle Monday evening. He was pronounced dead at Benson Hospital less than an hour later.
And they're having a hard time too, a really hard time.
His mother says he was riding on the back of a friend's quad and they rode in a place they were told not to, near where others were shooting for target practice.
They're doing good. We went and visited them yesterday and let them know that we don't have any hard feelings against them and that we love them dearly, and the kids are still more than welcome to come over if they want.
Now this family relies on each other for strength, with only precious photos of Bradley John to look at as Christmas approaches.
We have to be strong, and it's hard, but we're trying.
Okay, Turtle Gang, if you have made it this far and have not hit the like button yet, please do so. Also, if you're super cool and not a baby gap, share this video on your Facebook. You think that last story was crazy? Check out this one. A judge sentenced a 29-year-old woman to a minimum of 15 years in prison after she pleaded guilty but mentally ill in September for fatally stabbing her mother last year. Court records show Hind Bustami must serve at least 10 years in the Nevada Department of Corrections for second-degree murder with the use of a deadly weapon, and a minimum of 5 years for an enhancement of use of a deadly weapon. She will receive 420 days of credit for time served and will be allowed to undergo mental health treatment while serving her time. According to KLAS TV, a psychologist noted in a report that they found her experiencing intermittent exacerbations of psychosis and in need of continuing psychiatric treatment. In the early morning hours of October 26, 2022, Las Vegas Metro Police Department officers responded to the 10100 block of June Flower Drive after receiving a call about an unconscious woman suffering from multiple lacerations. The victim was pronounced dead at the scene. Police said the victim, who KLAS identified as Afaf Husseinen, got into an argument with Bustami, which led to Bustami stabbing and killing her. Bustami fled but was later located in Barstow, California. According to KLAS, Bustami called 911 on the night of the stabbing and told dispatchers, "I think I killed my mommy." She reportedly hit her mother in the head with a glass table, then stabbed her with pieces of glass. The two women reportedly fought over cigarettes. Bustami was arrested about a month before the stabbing during an incident at Harry Reid International Airport. On April 31, Bustami ate at a Chili's at the Las Vegas airport but left without paying the bill. KLAS reports Chili's employees contacted airport police, and officers initially could not find her. They later located her sleeping near the security checkpoint, hindering their operations. Then she was in baggage claim and became belligerent and tried to spit on officers as they approached her. She reportedly claimed she was being harassed because the cops had never seen anyone as pretty as her. Police learned she had a warrant out of Las Vegas Municipal Court, and when they attempted to arrest her, she claimed they were perverts and were trying to rape her because the police had never met anyone as good-looking.
News first at 5 from our 8 News Now investigators. The 28-year-old woman accused of killing her mother in the home they shared reportedly confessed to the crime and was covered in blood during her arrest.
Right now, Hind Bustami is in a California jail. Police say she called them early Wednesday morning saying, quote, "I think I killed my mommy." The victim, 61-year-old Afaf Husseinen, was reportedly stabbed several times with shards of glass.
California Highway Patrol caught up with Bustami in Barstow, California. We don't know yet when she will be brought back to Las Vegas.
Oh my God, that's just crazy. Too pretty to go to jail. You know what? An even bigger crime than that, letting your skin be dry when you could be using Dolly soap, the best soap in the game, and you can pick it up at www.buydollysoap.com. This way, Dolly lets me keep my job and I can keep bringing you true crime. See you next time.